What's going on, boys? Welcome back. It's your boy Max. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to manifest your dream physique the same way that I did when I took my physique from looking like this to looking like this. Some guys think that manifestation is for women, and I used to think the same thing. You feel me? I used to think that, journaling, manifestation, all this like horoscope nonsense, zodiac signs. I used to think that that's just for women, right? And while I still don't believe in zodiac signs, none of that shit, manifestation is very real. Manifestation is just your mindset. So I'm gonna break down the exact mindset that you need to manifest your dream physique in 2026. The same way that I did. Because everything that you want to accomplish, it starts with your mind. If you can't see it up here, you will never get it. Best believe. Think about everything that you have, right? The house that you have, the relationship that you're in, the clothes that you have, the car that you drive. All of that was a result of some sort of manifestation. Because all of those things that you have started off with an idea in your mind, right? Maybe you imagined your room to look a certain way, right? You imagined it in your head and then you made it happen. You imagine having that car and then you made it happen. You imagine having that career that you want and then you made it happen. Well, it's the same thing with your physique. It's the same thing to getting into the best shape of your life in 2026. You understand? If you can't look in the mirror while you're out of shape, whether you're overweight, whether you're skinny fat like I was, or whether you're just like super skinny, if you can't look in that mirror and see a jacked, chiseled version of you staring back at you, then it's never gonna happen. You understand? But in order for the mirror to show you something, you need to show it, right? You can't expect the man in the mirror to smile if you're not smiling. You understand? It starts with you. In order to be, you need to become, right? Or in order to become, you need to be. Whatever the saying is, point is that you need to believe that you are capable of doing this. I talk to a lot of guys. A lot of guys hit me up in the DMs. They talk about how they're struggling with their fitness goals. They ask me for help. They ask me to coach them. And one common theme that I see with a lot of guys, it's not that they don't have the knowledge, right? It's not that, there's some sort of secret to getting in shape. Like, all of the information is out there. You understand? Some guys, they're not even that lazy, right? They're not even like that not disciplined. They're pretty disciplined. Sometimes I speak to guys who are disciplined at work, right? They stay focused with their career. They stay focused in other aspects of life. But then they can't stay consistent with their fitness goals. And all of these guys have this one thing in common. It's the fact that they don't even believe in themselves. They don't believe that they can achieve that physique. And I used to be the same way. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I was young, I started off my fitness journey when I was like 13 years old. I started off just doing push-ups every single day. And I would do I remember I started off doing like 25. And every day I would go up by one. And I ended up doing like around 70 push-ups a day at like 13, 14 years old, right? But that's all I was doing, you understand? And I used to watch videos from like guys like Six Pack Shortcuts. Some of you guys may know him, right? Mike Chang, Brandon Carter, right? And I used to watch these fitness influencers who would say, oh, 6-pack shortcuts, right? Get 6-pack abs in 5 minutes, right? I used to watch Chris Harrier, right? Lean down, get 6-pack abs in 12 minutes. And I would watch these videos, right? And I would do them, right? I would do the workouts every single day, watch the videos. Like, I would spend all day watching these videos and working out, and I never had abs, right? I always had a skinny fat physique. The most that I had at the time was just a little bit of shoulders, a little bit of chest, just from the push-ups, right? And so I genuinely had this belief within me. I still remember that people who are in shape are either just super genetically gifted or they're on some sort of steroids. That's what my belief was. right? Now, mind you, I was only 14 and nobody I really knew was in great shape, right? I had kids in my school who were in decent shape for their age, right? And I just thought that, oh, these kids, like, oh, they've been jacked since they were like since they came out of the womb, right? And I was confused. I was like, why can't I get in this shape? And I genuinely like gave up, right? Like freshman year of high school, didn't work out at all. I stopped doing the push-ups too. Sophomore year of high school, gave up for the most part. And then life happened, right? Life happened. I went through situations, got picked on for being that skinny fat kid, right? I was just a victim and I had no choice but to get inside that gym. But this is not what that's about. This is about how to actually manifest your dream physique in 2026. Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to accept that it's possible. It worked for me. It worked for the guy down the street. It worked for your colleagues. It worked for your friends. It worked for the people you see on social media. It will work for you too if you just follow what I'm saying. Right? You need to believe that you can do it. You need to. You're not an exception. I'm telling you right now, bro, you're not an exception. Right? Even if nobody in your family is in shape, right? Even if you have some sort of genetic disease, right, that stops you from putting on muscle or stops you from losing weight, it's still possible. There's people with the same conditions as you who are still jacked. There's literally people with no legs who are more jacked than me, right? And more jacked than you. So it is possible. That's the first thing you need to accept. If you don't accept, if you don't believe that it's possible for you to make $100,000 a year or $100,000 a month, well, then it's never going to happen, right? How is the universe ever going to give you something that you don't even believe is possible? Okay? You need to walk by faith and not by sight. Just because you look in that mirror, you don't see the six-pack abs, the universe, the reality that you see, right? Everything that you see in front of you, it's always delayed. It's always a delayed reaction. But it starts from right here. If you can see it up here, and I want you to do this exercise, I want you to close your eyes and envision what your dream physique looks like. But don't envision it on another man. Don't envision it on, that celebrity that you look up to, that athlete. No, envision it on yourself. And it may be hard at first, but I want you to genuinely imagine it and practice this every single day. It may take a few days for you to actually be able to see it on yourself. Once you see yourself, once you can vividly paint a picture of yourself with a nice physique in your mind, you're gonna start looking in the mirror, and you're gonna imagine you jacked, right? People are gonna call it delusional, but just understand, even if you're 40 pounds overweight, even if you're 40 pounds underweight, even if you're skinny fat, even if you've never seen abs in your life, if you can look in that mirror and you can imagine yourself with that V-taper physique, the shoulders popping, right? The biceps, the 12% body fat, six-pack abs. It's only a matter of time. It all starts from right here, I'm telling you. And here's the thing about it, bro. Everybody that you know will call you delusional, and they will doubt you. They will doubt you, right? You're gonna go around with your friends, you're gonna hang out with them. If your friends are out of shape, right? And you're telling them, yo, yeah, I'm hitting the gym now. I'm doing this, I'm eating clean. Bro, they're gonna doubt you. They're gonna be like, yeah, okay, right? And it makes sense because obviously you haven't done anything about it since. But the thing is, you can't let their thoughts, you can't let what they say stop you. Because once you've accepted it in your mind, it's only a matter of time, right? It's not gonna happen tomorrow, it's not gonna happen the day after. But it's only a matter of time. And here's the next step. Once you can visualize yourself with that nice physique, I want you to, and if you have trouble visualizing it, here's another activity you can do. I want you to go on ChatGPT, put up a picture of you shirtless, and tell ChatGPT or tell the AI to give you your dream physique, whatever it is, six-pack abs, shoulder veins, whatever your dream physique looks like. Make the AI make you look like that. Now, I didn't have this resource when I was starting out, right? ChatGPT didn't exist. I had to literally visualize it in my mind, right? But thankfully, the technology, right? You can use ChatGPT to visualize that. Because you need to believe that it's possible, or it'll never happen. You can have the best workout program in the world, the best diet plan in the world, the best coach in the world. But if deep down you don't believe that it's possible, you don't believe that you're capable of it, well, then it's never gonna happen. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna self-sabotage yourself every single time. I know guys who paid thousands for coaching, right? Had the best programs, but they let their mind, they let their limiting beliefs stop them from getting in the shape that they wanted to. You are your greatest enemy. You need to accept that. But you can also be your greatest ally. And that's what it's all about. Okay? So the second step, the second phase of this is everything that you do from now on, I want you to think, what does this version of me with the six-pack abs, with the shoulder veins, right, with the V-taper physique, with the quads filling up the shorts, the arms that fill up the sleeves, what does this version of me, how does he act? How does he act in everything that he does? Right? What type of drinks does he drink? Does he choose the soda or the water? I want you to really think about this in detail. Right? What does he do? What little decisions does he make on a day-to-day basis? When he goes out, when you're going out with your boys, right? You're heading up a restaurant. What type of meals does he get? Does he get the fried chicken wings? Or does he get the steak with the potatoes? Right? Maybe he leaves the potatoes on the side. Maybe he just has the steak. You really have to dive into this identity. And it's gonna feel fake at first. But the saying, fake it till you make it, is so true. I'm telling you guys right now, it's true. You can fake it till you make it. But you need to do two things. You need to believe it and see it. That's the manifestation part. And then manifestation needs to be backed by actions. If you have those two things, you can't have actions without the vision. You can't have visions without the actions. You need both. But when you have both, you can do anything you want, bro. I'm telling you right now. Because I used to go to the gym day after day, day after day. And I would just be I would look in that mirror and I would be like, damn, why is this, why am I not getting the physique I want? You understand? And every time I would just self-sabotage. If I had a chance to skip the gym, I would. If I had a chance to eat a cheat meal, I would. You understand? Because I didn't fully dive into the identity of someone who's in shape. Someone who's in the best shape of their life. I didn't accept that identity because I didn't believe I was him. And it's gonna be hard. You're 40 pounds overweight, you're 40 pounds underweight, right? You got your shirts, your sleeves flapping in the wind. It's gonna be hard you're gonna feel like a liar, right? You're gonna feel like a liar when you tell yourself you're in the best shape of your life. But I'm telling you right now, bro, and I wouldn't tell you guys no corny shit because you guys know, for all my subscribers, you guys know I'm tough on you guys. Right, on Instagram, I'm tough on you guys. I don't believe in la shit. This really works. You have to believe that you are capable of it. You have to believe that you are already in the best shape of your life. Accept that and then back it with actions. Every little decision that you make on a daily basis. How do you make your bed? What do you do in the morning? Do you have a morning routine? What time do you go to sleep? Right, sleep is very important. What time are you guys going to sleep? Are you staying up, watching TikToks, binge eating? Doing that, what are you doing that night, right? Or do you go to sleep early, right? If you were an athlete who had a big game tomorrow, right? You had a big game. How would you prepare for that game? You would probably go to sleep on time, make sure you have a nice nighttime routine. You wouldn't stay up on your phone. You would eat healthy meals the day prior, right? You would make sure you wake up on time, maybe hit a cold shower, right? Maybe hit a quick little morning workout, get yourself amped up. Well, that's how you have to treat yourself every single day. Even if you're not an athlete with a big game. Every day is the big game. Especially when you're on that road to getting into the best shape of your life. Every day counts. Every day counts. Once you're in shape, you get to enjoy the spoils of it. You get to enjoy the fruit of your labor. That's why I always say discipline is freedom. Because like tonight, actually, I just got back from the gym. I've been fasted all day, right? All I had before the gym was some pears and some raw honey. And I hit the gym, hit legs, crushed the workout. And I was starving after. And I went to 7th Street Burger. I got 2 double patty burgers and I clipped them, right? In like 2 minutes, I finished them. Now, is it unhealthy? Yeah, sure. But it's not gonna faze me at all. Because I'm already in the best shape of my life. I have systems, I have routines that keep me back on track. Like this cheat meal is not gonna get me off course. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying discipline is freedom, because the fact that I was disciplined for years, the fact that I said no to cheat meal for years, the fact that I stayed locked in, like locked in, dialed in for years. And for the majority of my time now, like I carry a 90-10 lifestyle, right? 90-10% of the time I'm dialed in, 10% of the time I enjoy myself. But that 10% is so much more enjoyable when I know that I can enjoy it. I can enjoy myself. I can even have a drink if I want to. And I'm still gonna wake up the next day shredded, 6-pack abs, arms popping, you feel me? Looking good. It feels so much better. But when you know that, oh, you're on the road to getting in shape, and then you decide to have a drink or two, and then you have a night out, you eat food, you eat from the taco truck, then the next day you wake up, you're feeling like shit, and then you look in the mirror and you see that big ass belly, well then yeah, of course you're gonna feel like shit. Of course you're gonna want to give up. Of course you're gonna feel like it's all for nothing. Because you haven't deserved it yet, bro. You haven't deserved that taco truck. You haven't deserved that night out. You have to delay the gratifications. You have to treat yourself like an athlete in everything that you do. What would that athlete do? Would he hit the gym twice a week? Or would he hit the gym 4 times a week? He would hit it 4 times a week. Would he go to sleep on time? Yes, he would. And so I want you to start living like an athlete. I want you to accept that you are an athlete. Even if you never played sports in your life, right? Even if everyone around you in your family, all they know is McDonald's, all they know is Burger King, Subway, Chipotle. Be the difference, right? Be the one to break the pattern. Be the one to break the pattern today. Be the one to set the example for all your friends and family. Be the one to set the example for your future family. If you have kids, if you're gonna have kids, don't you want them to be healthy? Because if you break the pattern today from all your generations of family members who've been out of shape, all your friends who are out of shape, if you decide today that you are in shape and then you back it by action, you know what you're gonna do? Your future kids, your future family, they're not gonna have that limiting belief anymore. That's the beautiful part. They're not gonna have that limiting belief in their mind thinking that, oh, I can't do it. They're not gonna have to do any of this because they're gonna see you in the best shape of your life. They're gonna be seeing you getting after it. They're gonna see you waking up early. They're gonna see you with all your routines, eating clean, dialed in. They're gonna be like, oh, Daddy can do it. I can do it too. Let me just do what he does. I have the genetics for it, right? They're not gonna use genetics as an excuse. They're not gonna use lifestyle as an excuse. So you're literally setting your family up for success by doing this, by manifesting your dream physique. And that's the same way that I did it, right? During COVID, my mom's gained like 30 pounds, right? And that's when I was at one of my worst physiques. That's when I had to lock in during COVID times, right? When the world shut down. I got into the best shape of my life. As a result, so did my mom. She lost all that weight that she gained, right? Didn't put her on no crazy diet, right? She doesn't even hit the gym. But it's because people need to see that it's possible, right? You just need to accept that it's possible. If you're watching this video, if you made it this far, you have it within you. I'm telling you right now, bro, you have it within you. When I used to look at myself in the mirror, I wish someone would have told me this. Then one day something just clicked. And I would look in that mirror and I would imagine myself in the physique that I'm in right now. Right? And then I stopped paying attention to how I looked at the time. And you may call that delusional, but it's only delusional if you're not backing it up. If you're just like laying on your ass, right? Laying on your back, and you're like, yeah, I'm in the best shape of my life while eating potato chips, ice cream, and never hitting the gym, then yeah, it's delusional. It's never gonna happen. But if you put in the work consistently, and you just have that vision of you being in the best shape of your life in your mind, it's gonna happen. Stop focusing on the facts. Even if the facts say that you're 30 pounds overweight, even if the facts say that you have a skinny fat physique, facts can change. Facts can change. That's the beautiful part. When I was 125 pounds, skinny fat, never seen abs in my life, that was the facts. I was 125 pounds, skinny fat, never seen abs in my life. Sleeves flapping in the wind, right? Would take my shirt off, never look like I lift. Put a shirt on, look like I'm skinny as hell. That was the facts. But guess what happened? I changed those facts. I took control of my life. And it all started with the mind. And you can apply this mindset to everything that you want in life. I'm telling you right now, bro. Once you do it with your physique, everything else becomes easier. The reason why I'm able to stay so consistent with the content, with my business, right, with my career, with improving myself in other aspects of life, the reason why I can have such unwavering faith in every other aspect, a big part of that was because of the physique. Because I used to think that I was never capable of it until I believed that I was, and then I made it happen. As soon as I believed that I was capable of it, I made it happen. And so now I'm applying that mindset to every other aspect of life. That's the beautiful part. You have what it takes, bro. You have to see it in here. You have to see it in here before you see it in the mirror. You have to. And if that's something you want help with, if you want the structure, the guidance, the accountability, the systems, the routines, the workout program, the meal plans, a done-for-you system, all you have to do is show up, put in the work, and believe that you can do it. If you want help with this, get into the best shape of your life, making that transformation, not just for you, but for all the future generations to come from you, right? Your kids, your grandkids. If you're ready to take this to the next level, you're tired of saying that, oh, this year is going to be my year, and then never really making it happen. If you want my personal help with this, click the link in the description, book a one-on-one call with me. It's a free call, just gonna figure out your situation, what your life is like right now, what you're up to, what your routine is like, and we're gonna see if it makes sense for you and I to work together. If it does, cool, hop on board. It'll get you into the best shape of your life. If it doesn't, I'll still point you in the right direction, right? So click that link in the description. If you want to know more about me, more about who I am, right, what I do on a daily basis, if you want daily value, click the link and visit my Instagram. Right, I post daily reels, I post daily stories. I'm always giving value on my stories for free, right? You could just hit me up in the DMs, ask me your questions, right? I may be tough on you. I will be tough on you if you ask me some stupid questions. But I will point you in the right direction, right? Tons of guys have gotten life-changing results from the free value alone. So just imagine what will happen if you join the community. But I don't take just anybody. I don't take people who, they wait around for the new year and then they don't really take it serious. I'm here to train killers. I'm here to train guys who really know what it takes and are willing to do what it takes. You understand? So if that sounds like you, click that link in the description, book that call. I'll see you boys in the next one. We're going back with the daily uploads. I took like a few days off. I was just trying to see if I wanted to do a new content schedule. But honestly, I just feel in my best flow state. I feel most productive when I'm dropping daily YouTube videos for you guys. And so I think that's what we're going to do from now on until further notice. So expect another video tomorrow. If you like this video, make sure to shoot a like, subscribe. I'll see you boys in the next one. Stay dangerous.